Today we are talking about the main pillars. What do you exactly do when you are trying to achieve FIRE? Hello beautiful people, it's Tatiana and Pekka from Pipo Living, and we are welcoming you on our channel. Here we talk about personal finance, about our way to achieving our better financial future. If you want, you can definitely join us. Hit like, subscribe, and let's dive into today's topic. Okay, you all know what's FIRE. Are you sure? Okay, if you don't know, FIRE stands for Financial Independence Retire Early. Retire early, it sounds so cool and so intriguing. But what do you exactly do to achieve this FIRE? Today, we'll talk about the main 12 pillars of this FIRE movement. What do people exactly do? Okay, the first pillar is low cost investment into index funds. Yeah, the two parts of this equation are both equally important, low cost and index funds. Those people who pursue FIRE are really fans of investment into index funds, and they like taking control over their money themselves, so they prefer low cost. If you listen up till the end, you'll understand why they like everything low cost. They're just into everything that's free and close to free. They just love this stuff. So in case you're investing in Esimerkiksi, so that was finished. In case you're investing into, for example, S&P 500 or Dow Jones or FTSE or some other index, you can do it easily yourself. That's super easy. If you need more information, I have a video about that. But now we're talking about pillars of financial independence. So in case of people that are pursuing FIRE, they like to manage their money themselves. They prefer really low cost management systems, so they do the investment themselves. From their point of view, it doesn't really worth to pay extra money for some financial advisors or some companies that will invest on your behalf. And I actually agree with them. I love investing myself. It's low cost and it's so satisfying. You just do everything yourself. And if you're messed up, it's just your fault, no one else's. Okay, pillar number 2, cut extra spending. Everything that extra is cut. They don't go to fancy restaurants. The people who are pursuing FIRE, they don't wear fancy clothes. They don't do lots of stuff, like even not that fancy. They cut everything they can. In terms of consumer economy, they're a disaster because they're really minimalist consumers. So they just consume everything as minimally as they can and as cheaply as they can. The next important pillar is cutting debt, cutting unnecessary debt. They're not totally against debt, but every debt that is high in interest rate or doesn't bring you any value in the long run is a bad debt and you need to cut it. Let's dive into examples. You have a car that's like 7, 10 or maybe 15, some people have 15% interest rate, and you're just paying it and your car depreciates, and it's an awful debt. It's from all the perspectives, from all the financial theories and movements, that's a bad debt and you shouldn't have it, and you need to pay it off as soon as possible. That's what we are trying to do here with Pekka. And on the other side, they justify some good debts. If they have mortgages for rental properties, for example, it is quite justifiable. If you run the numbers and you're in surplus, you're good to go. At least in this movement, the FIRE movement. They firmly against that. But today we have a video not about him, but about the FIRE movement. And continuing the topic of housing, we came to pillar number 4. They have lots of pillars. Strong foundation. So pillar number 4 is affordable housing or house hacking or all the jazz about housing. Because housing, paying for your mortgages, is quite an expensive part of your life. And it costs maybe a third of a budget of a normal person, but not in case of FIRE movement people. They are all into house hacking. They want to live, preferably not paying any mortgages and rents. How do they do that? How do they do that? There are several ways you can do that. For example, they can buy duplexes or triplexes or quadruplexes. Is it the word? Like 4 houses together, 2, 3, or 4 houses together, and they buy them. Like, for example, you have a mortgage and they live in one part and they rent out the other. Or if you're a young couple or one person household, you can rent out some rooms in your apartment. So not necessarily buying duplexes, triplexes, and so on. The other house hack is geo arbitrage. So you just relocate, you move to a place where it's cheaper to live. That's as simple as that. They don't live in New York or Los Angeles. They move to the faraway countries or places. Along with house hacking, they have car hacking. They have a particular point of car ownership. The followers of FIRE movement don't buy new cars. They buy only used cars. They don't overpay for that. They are looking for inexpensive repairs, and they are into buying fuel-efficient cars. So they all about saving. You're starting to get the idea, I guess. So they have a different mindset before making any major purchase, or maybe even minor. They are thinking, processing, like, how much will it cost me in the future? Yeah. And you remember, every 100 saved dollars will earn you tens of thousands in 20 or 30 years. Yes. That is a lot. Another big part of every person's and household's budget is food budget. We all need to eat, even Pekka. So FIRE came up with this movement of $2 dinners. $2 dinners per person per meal that is cooked at home. When I found it, I finally realized where this $2 per meal came from FIRE. Good guys, this FIRE is full of ideas. Okay, the next pillar is number 7. Yeah, it's there. The FIRE movement followers are all about optimization, and they're optimizing their taxes as well. I won't go deep into this topic because in every country we have different taxes and the regulations and all this, but maybe you should find some local community in your country, join it. Probably in your country there are FIREists as well, and they can help you with your taxes. That's a good one. And not lots of people think about it. Most people think that only companies can benefit from these tax regulations. But no, people as well. Common people like you and me and Pekka. Are you people? Oh, the next one is fun. Number 8 is college hacking, college education hacking. Because, you know, this FIRE movement came from the United States. I think so. So there in the United States, they have paid education. So to get education, you need to pay money. And in some cases, like a lot of money. And most people don't have this money, but they want education and they take loans. And loans are not a very good idea, like overall. So the FIREists avoid these loans, but still they want the education. So they came up with different ideas in different regions, how they can come up with free or inexpensive education. For example, they can go to local colleges, not that big and famous, but still get education there much cheaper, or they can apply for multiple scholarships. They have lots of scholarships in the United States. So if you're living there or planning to study there, just apply everywhere. Apply. They have lots of, yes. and you will get something. You will get something. Work, work. This one is fun as well. This is traveling. Who doesn't like to travel? Yeah, I mean, to a good destinations in comfort. Yeah, everyone likes. And it's very expensive. And that's why some people prefer not to travel at all, or they just pay lots of money and can't really progress with their wealth building. And the F.I.R.E came up with this idea of travel hacking. It's maybe not applicable for everyone, but you can check in your country. They are doing this with the help of the credit cards. Dave Ramsey, he's angry. Sorry. Credit cards, they're using them for good. Yeah. So they came up with using credit cards in a way that they are getting the reward points, the travel points, they maximize it and they travel for free or really cheaply. Can you imagine that? For free? Here in Finland, I haven't ever met this possibility and we are crying every year. It's so expensive. But if you know some travel hacks in Finland, please let me know. I will be very happy. Thank you. The next one is cutting the cord. No, not that one. The cord of your TV subscriptions. They don't use them. No, I guess they still watch something, but they don't watch cable TV. They're kind of minimalists at times. But we actually don't have cable TV as well. Sometimes I feel like when I'm going through this stuff, I feel like I'm a F.I.R.E from the beginning. To the next point. And the next one is reducing your cell phone bill. That's pretty similar to previous one, but previous when we were cutting, here we still use phone. Yes, it's no evil, but we are trying to reduce. Who won't do that? I guess everyone. You have a better deal, you get it. That's common sense. Maybe someone don't do that, that's why it's a pillar. Okay, we came to the last one. The last one is side hustles. What's good about this movement of F.I.R.E? They are always looking for a way to earn more money, and that's so great. So they're always thinking, coming up with ideas. So it's pretty good to have some community of like-minded people so you can share ideas. So they're all about earning more money, getting into this mindset of earning more and investing more. So now you know what in particular you should do to pursue this F.I.R.E movement and maybe to have more money to invest and to bring your future retirement closer. If you like these videos, hit like, subscribe, and please share with someone who you think can benefit from this video. See you, love you, bye! Mwah! Financial education. Financial education. What's this word? Geo arbitrage. Geometry. Geometry. Geopolitics.